Good everybody and welcome to today's broadcast. Ready Buzz live show right here on Ready Buzz TV. I just want to confirm that you can hear me and then we can kick off what we have in store for today. So just let me know if you can hear me in the chat box, then we can start off. As you can see from the design, we're going to be changing the time of this broadcast beginning from this week. So the next broadcast that's coming up on Thursday is going to be by 6 p.m. not by 5 p.m. as we usually do. Okay, so good day and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something that a lot of people would have a lot of questions about, a lot of skepticism about. It's a type of investment that is, could I say that it's still relatively new. People are still getting used to it, but it's also something that is looking like it's going to be something of the future. A lot of people are investing in it. A lot of people are getting to know more about it. So it's important that you as an individual looking for a way to get your money's worth, you need to get to learn about it as well. It could be tricky. It could be tricky when getting into this type of investment, but it's something that everybody needs. It's the future. So I'm talking about cryptocurrency and how to get into it. So for this entire month, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. We're going to be looking into it. We're going to be understanding more. I do understand that people might want to get into cryptocurrency but may not really know how to go about it. For a lot of people, cryptocurrency is something that it's something that seems like a scam, something that seems like it's not real, it's not authentic, but people are making money from it. People are cashing out. People are so it's something for you to learn, for you to understand before you get into it. So what is cryptocurrency trading? We're going to be looking at one or two things. Hopefully before the month runs out, I should be able to get somebody on board to talk to us on cryptocurrency, and the person should be giving us some tips, some ideas on how to trade effectively, because the nature of cryptocurrency trading in itself could be dangerous in some ways, because of how new it is and because of the technology behind it. It's easy for certain people to get away with certain stuff. I know of people who do not believe in cryptocurrency as a valid way of making money. They just believe that it's a scam. So, but cryptocurrency is not a scam. Something real. Folks are making money from it. If you understand it, if you learn it, if you study it, you should be able to make headway from that platform. On this show, this is what we talk about. Talk about different types of investments, different types of ways to get your finances in place, get your finances together, put you in a place where you are in a good financial situation. We started out by talking about financial freedom, and now we're looking into some of the more practical ways to get there. And if you remember from the financial freedom talk, we talked about the fact that you needed to look for a way to make your money work for you, and you needed to look for certain kinds of investments. So investing in cryptocurrency is a type of investment, but how to go about it is very important. You have to study it, you have to learn it, and I think this is the reason why most people would want to give their cryptocurrency trading to some type of organization, some type of platform, because they themselves are not in a place where they can really learn to understand all the nooks and the crannies of this type of trade. And it's in this particular practice that the real challenge comes in, because how are you sure that these people that you're giving your money to help you trade in cryptocurrency are actually going to do right by it? And one of the risks in this could be the fact that if you lose your money, you lose your money. Like if somebody takes their hard-earned money and they give an expert to trade for them, and that money is lost because Bitcoin goes down, whatever currency it is that was invested goes down. I mean, the markets can be volatile most times. And so once that money is gone, that money is gone, and the person you gave the money to trade for you cannot be prosecuted. You can't take the person to court. You can't do anything. Your money is gone. So that's like a risk factor there. So what am I talking about cryptocurrency today? I wanted to start out talking about the basics of cryptocurrency. I wanted to start out talking about the history of cryptocurrency, how it all started, just to give you an idea of some of the background, and get into how you can start trading if you are a beginner. I think that's the biggest question for most people. Like, how do I start trading as a beginner that knows nothing about it? And I don't feel, you might be in that position where you say you don't feel like you want to take your money and give somebody to trade for you. I personally, it's one of the things to do, but I don't think I would advise or advocate for it, because the major risk with me wanting to take some of my hard-earned money to give somebody to trade for me is, look, if that money goes, if I lose that money in whatever thing that happens in the market, I can't get that money back. I can't prosecute the person. I can't take the person to court. I can't take any legal action. There is no insurance. I can't see that money again, and that's like the danger. But then on the other hand, if you now say that you want to study and learn about cryptocurrency in all of its forms, and you want to know all the nooks and the crannies and all of that, you want to know all the ins and the outs and all of that, then that means that you want to trade cryptocurrency full time. Because in order to make gains trading cryptocurrency, you have to be on board full time. You have to be watching that thing, and you have to be looking at it. So the best thing to do, I would think, is to the crypto space is profitable, but it's very high risk. That's what King Miner is saying in the chat. So it's very, very high risk, and for me, I would just suggest that before you get into it, just do a little bit of study. Try to know a thing or two about it, and but then you start trading small, start learning how things go, or you can look for a way. You must risk and get what you want. That's Favor, I can see that's excellent. The risk factor is very real, and in order to get what you need to get, you need to take the risk. But like I said, one of the systematic ways to go about it is to study it for yourself, get to know and understand certain things. You might not be an expert, but at least have an idea of how one or two things work. Even trade a little with your own money and see how that goes, and try to understand the space and everything. Now I'm talking if you want to get into this thing like fresh out the bat, like you don't know any single thing about it. You just want to get into it, you just want to learn it, I would advise you to take it slow. There are a lot of scammers out there, a lot of people out there, which brings me to the second thing where I say, you might need to give a trusted person your money to trade for you, but you must trust these people. Okay, so don't just go on the internet and find anybody that says they'll help you trade your crypto and all of that, and you give them so much of your money, and they do a lot of stuff for you, and they just keep giving you feedback, and one day they tell you, hey, we lost everything. You're going to feel some type of way. So let me get into what I have in store for today, and that's what we're going to be discussing for the rest of the week. And then next week we're going to look at some other aspects of the crypto space. And my hope is that by the end of this month, or maybe in the next 6 weeks, you should have an understanding of cryptocurrency trading, have an understanding of what it involves, and if it is something that you would want to get into. I'm also working on getting somebody come on board to talk to us, a person that trades cryptocurrency, a person that has experience, has understanding, has what's the word? A person that has hit the ups and the downs and that knows the ins and the outs, for him to come on board and have some type of conversation with us about cryptocurrency and all of that. So yeah, you can anticipate that coming up in the next few weeks, hopefully. Today and for this week, I'm talking about the risks that are involved in trading cryptocurrency. And for the entire week, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to watch out for when entering into the cryptocurrency space. So the very first one is what I'm going to talk about today. It's something that you would want to pay attention to and look at. I've already talked about scammers, but there are different ways these scammers get those who do not know what to look out for. Now, the fact that it's high risk, and the fact that they are scammers, and the fact that it's quite easy to lose a lot of money doesn't mean that we should shy away from getting into this. It's the way of the future. I mean, it has become so prominent that even Nigeria has developed, an e-naira, which is a type of cryptocurrency, I think. I have not done my research to know exactly if that's a cryptocurrency, but it sounds like it, and it sounds like what countries are beginning to do, getting into digital money and all of that. So it looks like the future. And so, yeah, one of the ways that people can be tricked, in getting into cryptocurrency, one of the risks that you need to look for is something called the rug pull. I think I got it right, rug pull. So the idea is this, okay? You have a bunch of investors, a bunch of, how do I put it, people who have a lot of money, basically. So what they do is okay, cryptocurrency is built on the idea of digital money. Okay, thank you, Junior Itelema, for giving us that point. So cryptocurrency basically, like you said, is built on the idea of digital money. So what happens is, this is the first scam that usually happens in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, a bunch of people create a brand new cryptocurrency, and then they market it. They have a lot of people buy it, and they themselves, they buy a great share of it. So it begins to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It becomes so expensive, people are buying it, and what they do is that they sell off all of their heavy shares, so the currency drops down to its bare minimum, and the people who have bought the shares, they lose. I said shares, sorry. People who have bought the cryptocurrency at a certain price, they lose their monies. And so the people who benefit from this type of rug pull idea are the people who created the coin in the first place. Because let me give you further idea of how it works. It's like a person creates a commodity, and the person is the group of people are the biggest shareholders of that commodity, that item. Okay, and so they market the item until a lot of people come to buy that item, so the value increases. And so the more people are buying that item, the people who created it are making money from it. Okay, for example, if I create this phone and I'm selling this phone, for, let's say I started selling it for 5 naira, and a lot of people buy into this phone. Let's say this phone is the cryptocurrency. A lot of people buy into it for that 5 naira, and the more people are buying into it, the more I increase, and I say, hey, okay, it's 20 naira now. People are buying into it, and I say, hey, it's 100 naira now, and people are buying into it, and so the value of the stuff is increasing. Now, if I then sell off my greatest share, because I'm the owner, I have most of the share, share it off, it's gonna lose in its value, right? Now, you had thought that if you bought it for 5 naira, you should be able to sell it, as the thing increases in value, as it's increasing 20 naira, 50 naira, thereabout. So something you bought for 5 naira, if you wanted to sell it, you could have sold it for 20 naira, right? Or you could have sold it for 50 naira or 100 naira as it continued to increase in value, right? So you bought it for 5 naira and you're happy that, oh, this thing is pushing up, that my 5 naira has become 100 naira. That's cool. And now imagine millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people buying, even the ones that are buying at that 100, because there are those who will buy at that 100 naira, believing that it's going to go up to 200 and so on and so forth, so they will make their money back and all of that. Now, me, the major shareholder, as it were, the founder, the creator of that particular coin, I now decide to sell most of my shares, to just deplete it. Now, I have made money on the 5 naira you bought it on. I have made money on the 20 naira these other people are buying it on. I've made money on the 100 naira some other people are buying it on. So I have made my money plus my share, right? So I pull everything out. So what you thought you had at a value of 5 naira begins to go down. So it begins to drop. That coin begins to drop. Yeah? The value begins to drop, and it drops up until your 5 naira now has become 2 naira. The folks who bought for 20 naira, it's now 2 naira. The folks who bought for 100 naira, it's now 2 naira. So it's very risky, and maybe 2 naira it might even go as low as a naira. It can go as low as 2 kobo. I don't know. But the people who have made the money here are the ones who created the coin, and that's like the scam that happens. So my advice to everybody, and this is the major thing I wanted to talk about on this particular episode, right? I want to talk about this style of scamming when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? My advice to people who want to get into it is stick to the much more popular coins, much more popular cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those popular coins. Just stick to them. There are about 10 of them, and I think I'm going to take time to talk about the 10 major cryptocurrencies that are out there, right? So that we get to know and understand about them, so that when we want to buy cryptocurrency, we know exactly the type of cryptocurrency to buy, and so on and so forth. So there are 10 there are 10 proper cryptocurrencies. There are new ones that are coming up, but like I said, we don't know what these ones are like. Okay, Bitcoin has been there for almost forever. In fact, I believe that I believe that I believe Bitcoin started the whole thing. I think it's going to be interesting to hear about the history of cryptocurrency trading. The history is very interesting, and I'm going to take out time one of these days to just give you like the backdrop and the history. I think understanding about the history of cryptocurrency will give you a much clearer insight into the entire idea. It's interesting. Okay, you want me to mention the 10? Okay, I will mention the 10. We're running out of time a little. I'll mention the 10, but probably not on this episode, because this episode is mostly about talking about the risks, and I've highlighted one of the risks, but I'll definitely do an episode talking about the 10. I'm going to list them. Probably in maybe on Thursdays broadcast. I'll list the entire 10 so that you get to know, so that we don't get deviated from the point. What I wanted us to focus on today is one of the ways that people get tricked, and this will give us the much needed idea, the much needed motivation to stick to the safer coins, the safer currencies, as it were. So that's almost all we have in store for today. So basically that's what happens. That's why we need to stay away from new coins that just pop up. From time to time I look around and I see a new coin has popped up, and all of that, and I'm just like, and one of the reasons why bringing somebody on this platform to talk about cryptocurrency might be a bit challenging. I'm looking at the people I have on ground, and I want to be sure that the person I'm bringing on is a trustworthy person. Okay, so because I don't want you to get to see somebody I brought on the platform and then you go and trade with him, or you go and talk with him or her, and something unfavorable happens. I wouldn't be happy about that. So I'm very careful about who I will bring on the platform, but I do want to bring people that will speak to us and give us more ideas on these things. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of this. I think you've taken something home. I believe that your mind is open to the cryptocurrency trading space. It's no longer something that is far away from you. If you're somebody who thinks that cryptocurrency is all a scam and all of that, no, it's not. People are making money from it. There's a way to make money from it, and that's part of what we're going to learn today. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember that Thursdays we're going to be coming on live by 6 p.m. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays by 6 p.m. So today we came up a little late. We were supposed to come by 5 p.m. but there was a back and forth. But here we are. But from Thursday 6 p.m. we're going to be here. Friday 6 p.m. we're going to be here talking about this. And it stands to get more and more interesting as we get more people on board. I'm even looking at a situation where I can have 2 or 3 people on this platform talking about a particular topic. So we're getting there. Okay, we're going to be having a nice discussion with professionals, whether we're talking about cryptocurrency or we're talking about business development, business ideas, investment, finance, whatever it is we're talking about, to have people on board, and we're just having this discussion. So don't forget to tune in every single Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays by 6 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, your dream is possible. Alright guys, good evening and welcome to today's broadcast. I am Donald once again, and I just decided to start a few minutes before 6 p.m. so that I can get above all the bugs. So like we usually do, I want you to confirm that you can hear me and then I'll start what we have in store for today. Okay. I know I started a little earlier, but yeah, this is just a way of beating the system, as it were. Like I don't want to start coming on live by 6 p.m. and then things are going haywire. So yeah, 2 minutes earlier is a lot better for me. So yeah, okay. TR King is on board, so he can hear me and we can start. Alright, good day and welcome to today's live broadcast. I am Donald, like you already know, and today we're going to be talking Olabisi Nofisat. Welcome. Yeah, so we can kick it off because everything is going well. So this entire month we're talking about cryptocurrency trading. I know that cryptocurrency is something that everybody knows about today. Like I said in the previous broadcast, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's the way of the future. So much so that even countries are beginning to develop, a digital aspect of their money. We even have the digital naira today. So it's something that's there, something that isn't going anywhere. And with the advancement of technology, we see new things even coming on board. Something like NFT. I mean, till today, we didn't know what NFT was, but now they're all over the place and companies are just diving into it. That's the wave of the future. I think we're going to talk about NFTs on this particular live show at a particular point in time. And then we see something like Facebook coming up with a metaverse, and things are just moving into that digital aspect. So I feel like one of the basic aspects of the digital space is cryptocurrency, and everybody needs to have some type of idea about it. I know that some people feel like it's fraudulent and it's not something that you can get into. A lot of people don't understand it. Like Warren Buffett will say that he doesn't invest in something that he doesn't understand. Well, that was then. Today, it's important for you to get to understand the trends and what's going on, and to get installed and get involved with it, because it's the way of the future. So cryptocurrency is here to stay, and for this entire month I'm going to be talking about cryptocurrency. I'm also going to be talking about some of the pros and the cons, some of the things to look into. So if you're a first time cryptocurrency person, trying to get into it, maybe this is you're thinking about trading cryptocurrency and all of that, you'd want to be on every single live broadcast as we go for this entire month. I think I might extend it into extra 2 weeks into the next month if the topics keep coming up. So for this week we are talking about some things to look out for when getting into cryptocurrency trading. Some of the negative things to look out for when getting into cryptocurrency trading. So I'm talking about 5 things for this week. 5. I've talked about 1 in the previous live broadcast, and today I'm going to be talking about 2 extra ones for today's live broadcast. So the idea basically is that at the end of this entire cryptocurrency series, cryptocurrency meetings and live shows, if you have never traded cryptocurrency before, you should have some type of idea on what to expect, and you can start trading little by little, knowing what to look at. Like I said, in this particular week we are talking about the negative things to look at, the negative things to pay attention to, okay, when getting into cryptocurrency trading. Maybe next week I'm going to start with welcome Seth, welcome on board. Junior Itelema, welcome on board. Next week I'm going to start talking about some of the basics of cryptocurrency, okay? I'll talk about how it started, what it is in its sense, and how to actually start trading, okay? We're going to look at a lot of things. So by the end of this month, maybe the next 2 weeks of the upper month as well. So for the next 6 weeks, most likely we're going to be talking cryptocurrency, and you should be well informed. So today we're going to look at the second negative thing to pay attention to when getting into cryptocurrency, and it's also something that you should try not to do, and it's called insider trading. Now, insider trading is not a term for just the cryptocurrency market space alone. It's a term for people who trade in stocks and bonds and all of that in the marketplace, okay? But it has translated into the cryptocurrency market space because of what it is. So, what is insider trading? Insider trading is when somebody has inside information about a company or about a stock, whether for positive or for negative, but that inside information is not made public. All right? It's something that the company has not announced publicly, but this person hears it and then decides to make a sales decision based on that information. So it's insider trading. The person might have got his information from an employee of the company, or the person might actually be an employee of the company. Now, I have to explain what insider trading is on a normal level before I explain what it is in cryptocurrency. Okay, so the Stock Exchange Commission demands that in order for everybody to have a fair chance at trading, people have to trade based on the information that the companies make available to the public. So if an individual hears something that's about to happen from inside of the company and sells his shares or buys more shares, it's against the law, you know. And while I was looking at this, I was trying to understand exactly why it's against the law, because, okay, you get my argument. Let me give you a scenario, right? Imagine that you are an accountant in a company, right? And you've gotten wind of how much spending is going on in the company. You've gotten wind of what the CEO is doing, the presidents are doing. From the records, you see that this company is going down, right? And you get wind of the fact that the company is facing foreclosure, as in they're about to close down and everything, but they've not made it public. Now imagine that you, as the accountant, you have a lot of shares in that company. You decide to sell your shares because of what you're hearing. And then you make a lot of money and relax. And then 2 weeks after you've sold your shares, the company collapses, right? That is what insider trading is. Or maybe you work at Apple and you're beginning to hear rumors that Apple is about to buy Amazon. And the moment Apple buys Amazon, Apple shares are gonna go through the roof. So what do you do as an employee in so Seth says that people have been jailed for this. People have actually been jailed for doing things like this. So like I was explaining, Apple, right, buys Amazon. They've not bought it yet, right? They are just planning to buy, and you are sure, like in your mind, you know for sure that they are actually going to make this sale. So what do? Right? You go and get loans. You borrow all the money that your credit score allows you to borrow, millions, tens of millions, and you go and buy Apple shares because you know what's about to happen. It's not public knowledge. The public doesn't even know about it. And then 3 weeks later, Apple buys Amazon. Their their shares goes to the roof. You that has bought so much shares from Apple, you become a multi-billionaire, you know, from insider information, insider trading. Now, in these two cases, what could they have done? Because welcome, Mercy White. I can see you. Welcome. What could they have done? Imagine the accountant. Now, this is the reason why I was thinking that maybe this thing is not so much of a crime. All right, it's just my personal musing. It is a crime, but it's just my personal thinking. Like, imagine you're an accountant in that company and you're getting wind of what's about to happen. Isn't it safe for you to just do that for yourself? But it's still insider trading. So what could they have done, right? Normally, what the SEC, that Stock Exchange Commission, expects them to do is to wait until the information is public. So the SEC, of course, that's the Stock Exchange Commission, demands from these companies to make these types of informations public so that their shareholders will be able to make proper decisions. So you as the individual, you have to trust that the company will make this information public, which some of them don't. They just do what they do and they disappear. CEOs disappear and all of that. So you have an idea of what insider trading is. How does it have to play with cryptocurrency trading? Now, imagine that employees of a company that owns a particular coin could get wind of information that could affect the value of the coin, and they might now decide to either sell or buy. It's not only employees of a particular coin, even individuals that are trading cryptocurrency that get to hear information about what's going on, things that could affect a particular coin, and they either sell or buy. And this information that they are hearing is not public knowledge. So that's insider trading. Now imagine the situation where the owner of Chelsea, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name very, very well. So I'm not even going to try. But imagine that the owner of Chelsea has a coin, right? A cryptocurrency, a coin. He owns a coin. It's his coin, right? He's trading with it. People are buying it. People are trading with that coin and everything. Imagine that the war had not started, right? But imagine that somebody who works for him gets wind that the war is about to start and that the war will affect his coin negatively. And that person decides to sell as much of the coin as possible so that he can save his losses, so that if the negative effects of the war begins to affect the coin, he doesn't lose as much. That's insider trading. Now, I'm going to say a little thing about regulation in the cryptocurrency market space that may not be so encouraging. But before I say that, let me move to the second thing I'm going to be talking about today that is not so positive about cryptocurrency trading. And then I'll talk about the thing that I need to talk about. The second thing I'm going to talk about today about cryptocurrency trading that is not so positive is the fact that trading happens 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, normally, with trading in the normal stock exchange, there is trading time, okay? The day for trading opens at a particular time and the day for trading closes at a particular time, right? So when trading has closed, it has closed. Nobody is buying, nobody is selling. People can go about their business looking for inside information. Inside information to be able to trade, insider trading, and all of that. But it's not the same with the cryptocurrency market space. Cryptocurrency market space, people are trading 24 hours in the day. Now, why is this a problem? It's a problem because it's almost virtually impossible for you to watch your trading dashboard 24 hours in the day. And the cryptocurrency space is so volatile that a particular thing could be moving up and in a particular moment it starts dipping. And certain things happen in that space that you need to be aware of so that you're able to buy or sell or make decisions while those things are happening. But you can't look at your dashboard 24 hours in the day. Okay, yeah, Junior Telema says that stock ends around 4 or 5 p.m. and it opens at 6 a.m. Okay, so that's it for the normal stock exchange. But for cryptocurrency, it goes for 24 hours in the day. So maybe at that time you decide to take a sleep or take a break. That's when something begins to happen with the market that could favor you and you need to make strong decisions. So maybe at some point everything is high and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you go to sleep and then you wake up in the morning and you look at it and it has dipped. And you're like, ah. So there's no end to this thing. That's the negative part. So I'm trying to think in my head how to tackle this 24-hour trading thing. So, I mean, if you have any ideas in the chat, go ahead and make the ideas available. Like, if you're somebody that wants to get into cryptocurrency trading, how do you handle the 24-hour nature, right, of the trading platform? How do you take full advantage of it? Because the key to making money in cryptocurrency is to be able to identify and foresee changes that are about to come and make your decisions. So if those changes happen while you're sleeping, you know, that's not, oh, okay, Vivian says hire a professional. Now, we'll talk about hiring a professional, all right? There's something I want to say about hiring a professional. I'll get there. But let me just finish these 2 points. Now, watching your dashboard, watching your cryptocurrency dashboard 24/7 can affect your health, right? So, like he said, hire a professional, but I'm coming back to that particular point. So these are 2 negative things about trading cryptocurrency that I want to talk about today. He said, okay, or partner with a trusted friend and trade at different times. Okay, these are nice ideas. Vivian is giving us some very nice ideas. Interesting one. But that hire a professional, I'm not too sure about it because, you know, the thing I want to talk about was regulation, right? In the normal trading platforms of stock, you know, the SEC is what provides regulation for trading, you know, companies with IPOs and everything, right? In the cryptocurrency space, I don't think there's a body that actually regulates this thing. There's no official body that says, oh, when it comes to cryptocurrency, this is what we do. And that's like the challenge of the entire thing. So someone who is doing insider trading can actually get away with it. Okay, Junior says that a professional can't cheat. Why can't a professional cheat? Because that's what I want. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing about hiring a professional I want to talk about. It says professionals can't cheat. How are you sure that the professional is not doing funny things with your money? But let me talk about regulation. So when it comes to regulation, someone doing insider trading does not come under any kind of prosecution, does not come under any kind of, okay, he has corrected it, Junior has corrected it, he can. So a professional can cheat, not can't cheat. Okay, so there's no regulating body. So anything can happen in the crypto space. You know, and that's what makes the space full of a lot of fraudulent and a lot of funny people. And of course, let's talk about the professional that you want to hire to trade for you. Imagine that you don't know anything about this cryptocurrency stuff. You don't have any idea, and you say, hey, trade for me. How would you know? Like, how would you know that the things that this professional is telling you are true? about the market and about what's going on. So it's important that if you want to get into trading cryptocurrency, even if you want to get a professional, you yourself, you need to know a thing or two about this thing. All right, so that when the professional is coming to tell you that a particular coin is going down and actually the coin is going up, you're like, bro, what are you saying? Or the person says one thing or the other. You need to know one or two things. Yes, Nike, you came in late, but we're happy to have you here, so we're glad to see you. So that's what we're saying, right? There's nothing you can do. Let's say I take 100,000, I give somebody to say, hey, do cryptocurrency trading for me, and the person comes back and say, oh, you see, that's your 100,000, this was going on, things are bad, things are down, that 100,000 is now worth 5,000, but you have to wait till the market picks up and all of that. And maybe that's not true, but how am I supposed to know? I don't know anything about it, so I'm just trusting somebody. I got the privilege of listening to a lady that was about to get into some type of investment, and I'll say this and then I'll round up and close up, right? So her friend had been disturbing her, talking to her about getting into this investment, and the friend sent her a voice note. Not the friend. There's, while you're trying to convince people to come on board the investment, I think there's what they call it. There's a general voice note that you're to send to people you're trying to convince, right? So she was playing this voice note and I was listening to it. Okay. Now this investment, this company was started by two people that had been in this trading business for more than 12 years, and they've had so much success, but now they want to take that success to as much people as possible. So now they've come to us, they've come to you to be part of this. Everything was sounding nice and well. Now this is where the thing starts getting funny, and we begin to see how the thing goes. So they say that you cannot put in less than a certain amount of money, and if you convert that money to naira, that's about 250,000 naira. So you cannot start this investment with anything less than 250,000 naira. See the second point that got me. Yeah, fresh CID. Novices like you can still learn. But this your name, CID, what does it mean? Let us know before we go off the live what CID means, because you might be a DSS guy trying to come and check what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know what CID means. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. Fresh CID, nice to have you on board. So, this investment you have to make 250,000 is the least money you can use to get in, and then you cannot withdraw your money. You can't get your money back, not even small or half of your money, until it has quadrupled. That means your 250,000 had to have made another 250,000, had to have made another 250,000, had to have made another 250,000 before you take your money back. Don't you think there's a problem with that? Anything that does not allow you, right, to take it when you want to take it, anything that doesn't give you free will, there's a challenge there. So first, you gotta look for 250,000 and you're gonna give somebody, and I'm sure that through the terms and conditions, everything has been legally stated that you can't collect your money back until this happens. And there's gonna be so many things in the contract that's going to just bind you. So it's just like carrying your 250,000 and giving somebody. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. Even if you want to prosecute them, I'm sure there are things in the contract that has hit them. So these are the funny things about getting a professional, especially cryptocurrency. Getting a professional to trade for your cryptocurrency, look, there's no regulation body. The person can just take your money, and first of all, if you're trying to give somebody Oh, fresh kid. Okay, fresh kid. Okay, fresh kid. I think it's fresh kid. Fresh. I'm pronouncing. I'm addressing. Fresh. I thought it was fresh CID. Yeah, yes. Let me know, fresh kid. Anyway, fresh. It's pronounced fresh kid. That's the pronunciation. But I like the name. I like the cool. This thing. I saw CID there, and I became. You know what I'm saying. So, like I was saying, especially if the person trading for you is somebody you met online, you haven't seen their faces before or whatever, and you now give them that money, they can disappear. There's no regulation body, first of all, and then they can hide behind platforms of different things that hides their identity, and then your money is gone. Okay, even if you're trading with even if you give somebody physical money and say trade for me, the market is so volatile that the person can actually tell you, look, this 300k you gave me to trade for you, bro, it has gone so down that all you have is 30k. Do you want your 30k? And they may not be lying. That's just the truth. They may not be lying actually, but they might be lying as well. So you don't know. They might be lying in the sense that the money may not have gone down that much, or the money might still be there, but they want to take some money. They'll say, okay, the 300,000 naira you gave, it's only 100,000 that's remaining. Do you want that one? And it might actually still be 300,000, but they just want to take the 200 and give you the. So there could be some funny stuff going on in the entire thing of getting somebody to trade for you, but it's not like you can't see success in the thing. So the reason why we're talking about all of this is so that you have an idea of the pros and cons. We're talking about the cons actually. I'm not saying talking about the pros. We're talking about exactly. Crypto losses are real. That's why people say it's risky. It goes up and down. That's why I'm happy to hear the risks. Yeah, good. Junior, that's what Junior Telema is saying. So yeah, so we've come to the end of today's broadcast, and I believe that we've learned one or two things. We're hearing about the risks of trading cryptocurrency, and it's a wonderful and a beautiful thing. I just want to repeat that the times have changed. We're coming up 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being on board. I want to thank everybody that's online right now. I want to thank Fresh Kid. Thank you for coming on board. Nike, thank you for coming on board. Junior Itelema. I hope I pronounced the name well. Junior Itelema. Thank you for coming on board. Mercy White. Thank you for coming on board. Mercy White says, if you give it time, when the money has gone down, is there any probability that it will someday increase? There is a possibility for increase when trading crypto. It does go up, like Seth says. Yeah, like Seth says, but it may go up after a long time. Okay, that's just the challenge. So, all right, good day, everybody. Like I said, I like to come up earlier in this broadcast. It's not up to 6 yet. It's not 6 o'clock yet, but I prefer to come up a little earlier. So if you're online, go ahead, just say hello. I'm on live, and today we continue talking about how to trade cryptocurrency, and we're looking at the risks that are involved. So I know I'm early, but like I said, I prefer to come up a few minutes earlier so that we can bypass whatever challenges there might be with the network. So right now nobody is on, so I'm going to wait until you guys come up before I start talking. It's supposed to be 6 o'clock, but it's about 5:54, 5:52 actually. I think I came up too early, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all a way of beating the system. So yeah, this is the Ready Buzz live show. We talk about finance, we talk about investments, we talk about business ideas, we talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about the Ready Buzz challenges. We just basically converse about things that can help you achieve a better financial situation, because this channel is all about success, motivation, and finance, okay? Because at the end of the day, if your finances are not in order, then you might not be able to make your dreams come true. So we're all about getting you to that place where your finances are in order and you are motivated for life, you're motivated for the things that you've dreamt about doing, you're ready to go out into the world and just make things happen. That's what this entire channel is all about. And this live is dedicated to the financial matters. You might not hear a lot of financial talks on the normal video on demand, but yeah, on this live show, we're focusing on financial matters. Okay, we're focusing on the money, you know. So all this talk I'm doing for the folks who could watch this on demand. You guys are not online yet, because it's supposed to be 6 p.m. I think I came on too early. I should have waited until like 5:57 at least. But hey, I'm here. It's already 5:58, I think. 5:56. I gotta just come up because sometimes this software or whatever it is I'm using, internet, all these things gives issues, and I wouldn't like to start. I prefer to start the broadcast a lot earlier than a lot later. So I'm just gonna wait for you guys to come online before I start talking about what we need to talk about today. But it's been interesting. It's been fun talking about cryptocurrency with you. It's been fun looking at the various aspects and the various risks that comes with trading cryptocurrency. Today I know that there's a lot around, you know, on the cryptocurrency space, and just like that was not enough, you know, the introduction of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, have begun to spread like wildfire. I'm going to take out time to do a talk on NFTs and why they are so important. And if you're somebody who's looking to make money digitally, that could be something for you to pay attention to. And then, you know, this whole talk about the metaverse, supposed to get in on it. See, like I said, excuse me one bit. Okay, wanted to check this thing. Okay, so we're getting ready for the future, and we're putting things together to be sure that we are ready for what the future holds. I saw a video where a man, I'm going to look for that video. I don't know why I didn't save it. Hi, good evening, Nike. Welcome. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me so that I can start what we are talking about for today. I can just go into it. I have one person online now. So like I said, you know, it's the future. It's the future. Not just cryptocurrency. Everything is changing. I saw a video where a man went to a fuel station. Okay, you can hear me. That's cool. So I can actually start now. You know, we always have to do these checks and make sure that things are going. I started the live earlier because I want to bypass Great. I want to bypass all of the glitches that usually happens, when we want to do these lives and all of that. So that's why I started so early. Like I was saying, I was just rambling on about how we're getting into the future. Cryptocurrency is the future, is part of the future, and all of that. And things are about to change seriously. There are advances that have been made in artificial intelligence. I saw a video of a man going to a fuel station, and there was no attendant in the fuel station. There was no human being, no flesh and blood, I'm telling you. So you just park your car, you take the fuel pump, you put it in your car, you fill whatever you need to fill, you go into the shop, everything is automated. There's a place where you pay, the machine will give you your change, the display where there are snacks and all of that. All the snacks are in there. Whatever you want to buy, you put your money, you buy what you want to buy, push the button, it'll come out for you, you take it. Even the bathroom, there's nobody in the bathroom. You go, you take the key from somewhere, you pay. Actually you pay. And okay, welcome Seth, nice to have you. I'm just rambling now, guys. I'm just taking a little bit of time for some people to come on board first before I talk about what I need to talk about today. Okay, so yeah, so things are happening. The future, you pay, you get your key card, you go into the toilet, you do what you need to do, you come out. There is no human being there. Not here in Nigeria. Yeah, of course, not here in Nigeria. Well, very soon it will come to Nigeria. Very soon. These things happen so fast. Welcome, TR King. Nice to have you on board. These things happen fast. You'd be so surprised how those types of technology and things will come to Nigeria. Trust me. Trust me. It's coming. Can you remember when... Hi, Mercy. Nice to have you on board. Can you remember when cell phones was not popular? I know some people watching this might not know that there was a time when this thing was not popular. All right, when we heard, I remember hearing that in Ghana, they were using cell phones all over the place. Welcome, Vivian. Okay, once one more person joins in, I'm going to start talking about what we need to talk about today, okay? But I'm just gisting with you guys. I'm just gisting about technology and how things are moving, and where cryptocurrency comes in. So remember, Nike says that not here in Nigeria with all that AI stuff, but I'm telling you that there was a time when cell phones, there was nothing like cell phone. It was walkie-talkie. It was a cellular phone. It was really, really big. I remember those days. I was still very, very young then, but I remember those days. And when we were hearing that very soon people are going to be using phones, cell phones, like so regularly, I did not believe it. I didn't believe it at all. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't see it. But it has happened, and it's so rampant. So technology is moving fast and things are about to change. All right, I think I have enough people online to talk about what we need to talk about today and to get things going so that we don't stay so long. I started today's broadcast earlier because I wanted to bypass a lot of those glitches, So we're talking about how to trade cryptocurrency, and we're looking into the risks. For the past 2 days, on Tuesday and on Thursday, we talked about some of the risks that are involved, and to give us insight into what to expect when getting into I said the phones were Taria brand, exactly. So to give us ideas to get into crypto, if you wanted to trade crypto, these are some of the risks for you to pay attention to. And we've talked about a few risks, but talking about the risk is not something that I'm doing to sort of scare you from getting into trading cryptocurrency. It's something I'm doing to let you understand, what is available out there so that you can pay attention to these things and have success trading crypto. I know that there are people who are very skeptical about the cryptocurrency market space and all of that. You don't need to be skeptical. You just need to understand the possibility of the risks and what you can do to navigate through those risks. So today I'm going to be talking about two other risks, the final two risks when it comes to trading cryptocurrency, and you can pay attention to that. I think I said something about this in the previous live of yesterday, and that's the fact that there are no formal regulatory bodies. Okay, there's no formal regulatory body for trading cryptocurrency, and I think that the reason why it is so is because the people who created cryptocurrency wanted to create a way to trade that was not limited or controlled by a set of superpowers. I think next week or so I'm going to talk about the history of cryptocurrency, just to give you some type of background so that you understand the idea of what it is in its real sense. And I might talk about the different coins that are available, the best coins, and that's most likely going to be next week. But basically, the people who created this, or the person who created this, and you'll be surprised to find that we still don't know the person who created it. Whoever the person was, wanted to create a way for there not to be such power control over the ability for people to trade and to get things done. So that's one of the reasons why there are no regulatory bodies. But this is also a challenge, because in the previous live show we talked about insider trading that was not legal when it comes to trading. But who is going to come and investigate, and who is going to come and punish the people that are doing this insider trading stuff when it comes to cryptocurrency? There are no regulatory bodies. So people tend to do whatever they want to do in the marketplace, in the cryptocurrency marketplace, and that is a disadvantage in itself. But it's not so much of a disadvantage that you want to run away. It's just a disadvantage that you just have to be careful with how you're going about it. This is the reason why you could give somebody to trade for you and the person can bounce. The person can just run, and there's nobody you talk to about the whole stuff. There's no regulatory body for crypto and all of that. However, I think the fact that you gave the person the money, you can involve police and all of that because there's money involved. But if the person tells you that, look, he traded and this is how the market is and this was happening, and if investigations go on and they see that it's true, hey, there's nothing they can do about it. So the fact that there are no regulatory bodies, it means that people do a lot of things to affect the market. Okay, and it also means that what's the word? It also means that coin exchanges, the places where you do your exchange, right? The place where you trade, can give you outrageous charges for allowing you trade on their platform. And that is also, if there was a regulatory body, they would regulate and say, if you are a trading platform, this is the percentage you get for allowing people to trade on your platform, and this regulatory body will put this regulation there and make it law. But it's not there. So imagine if the banks did not have a regulatory body. That means all that money you're putting into the bank, all that money you are saving in the bank, all that money that you are engaging with the bank, if the bank decides to wake up one day and close up, it means that your money is gone and there's nothing you can do about it. You see? But that's how it is in crypto. So it's a challenge. It also means that people can manipulate the market, do whatever they want to do, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. So what does it mean? Now, the second thing I want to talk about today is something called whaling. Okay? Whaling is when a group of traders, a large number of traders, buy a particular coin, aggressively. This causes for the value of the coin to go really high. And then people are buying and they are buying into that coin. And then what happens is these guys that bought a great amount of that coin sell it. So it causes for the value of the coin to drop significantly, and then when the value of the coin drops significantly, they now buy a whole lot again at that lower price. So how does this help them? Let's imagine that they bought the coin originally at 20 naira. And this, it could also be done by one person that has a lot of money. Imagine that he buys the coin at 20 naira, buys a whole lot of the coin, and then people see that, oh, this coin is surging, so the value of the coin now goes up to, let's say, 30 naira. So people are buying at 30 naira. So the more people are buying at 30 naira, it increases even more to about 40, 50 naira. So as it's increasing, the people who had bought at 30 naira, right, are imagining that they've made 20 naira on their 30 naira that they bought, because the coin is going up, right? The people who had bought at 20 naira are imagining that they've made 30 naira on it. So the coin continues to go up and people continue to buy and the coin continues to go up, right? Now these people that have majority of the share of the coin, or this one person that bought majority of the share of the coin, probably waits until he reaches 100 naira, and what does he do? He sells his own shares. Him selling his own shares causes for the value of that coin to drop. And the value of that coin could drop as low as 8 naira, even as low as 4 naira. So people begin to sell, people begin to run helter-skelter. Now that it is that low, watch this. I want you to understand it. I want you to understand this. When it was going up, right, more people were buying. So those people's money are inside of the value of the coin. Do you understand? So when he decided to sell his, and the value now goes down to 4 naira, all of those people's money are also inside of that money that has dropped, right? So the value goes really low. So what does he do now? Now that it's low, he now buys, how do I put it? He buys both his original share and all those new people's share that came up because the thing was surging. So he has gathered both his and theirs in the value of that coin, and he buys so much again, and the thing goes up again. Do you understand? So it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and it goes down, and this guy or this set of people keep making extra money like this from people who are buying the coin when it is going up. I hope you understand it. It's called whaling. And things like whaling or whale manipulation, like Junior said, they happen because there's nobody to regulate it. Now in the regular Nigeria, the stock exchange, all right, you have the Stock Exchange Commission that regulates various practices and various things that happen. But here in cryptocurrency trading, you don't have that. You don't have nobody to check these things, to check these manipulations. We've talked about various manipulations on the show, and welcome to Lulope Samuel. Nice to have you on board. So you have nothing. So I want to know now. I've given you 5 risks. All right. Today I talked about the fact that there's no regulatory body, and I talked about the fact that there's something called whale manipulation, whaling. I've talked about the idea, but I want to ask you, Okay, I want to ask everybody that's online right now, with all these risks that are available, how do you think someone can get into trading cryptocurrency and trade safely? Because even with all these risks available, people are making money, the right way. There are people making money without playing all these different games in cryptocurrency. I know of somebody who is actually making money on it naturally, normally. Okay, I also know of somebody who has outsourced trading to a particular platform and it's working for them. It's slow, but it's working for them. Okay, they are seeing profits. Okay, they are seeing some type of money from it. So yeah, there are professionals that are gonna play you. There are also professionals that are not going to play you. But the question still lies, how does one get into this with all of these risks available? Like, how do you pay attention? Because like something like whaling now, it causes for the coin to increase in value and reduce in value. In fact, it's so volatile that, like we were talking about the other day, that in 24 hours a coin can drop so badly, and how do you pay attention to those types of things? Well, basically, so I would like to see your own suggestions in the chat box, but I would want to give you my own personal suggestion. If you're somebody who wants to get into cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency trading, and you want to be careful, I think the watchword is diligence, vigilance. Yeah, vigilance. Okay, okay. TR King says you have to study the market well, and this is part of what I wanted to say. If you want to get into it, you have to study it. Study it, learn it. Like the same way you have to learn mathematics, in the same way you have to learn English. You learn it. Like, hopefully, in the course of this 6 weeks thereabout, watch the market well. Tolu Lopez says watch the market well and jump in at the right time. That's a great suggestion, which falls back to the same thing: being vigilant, looking at the market, paying attention, to what's going on, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I think that over time, of being committed to this, you begin to develop some type of skill set. I believe that you begin to develop some type of way of knowing what's about to happen. You look at what's going on, and Eddie Ndukwe says that if you trade very popular coins, it's not really common for whaling to occur with those coins. Wow, okay, that's also cool. However, people always try to they always try to get you to buy new coins that are coming out. In fact, because we're doing this cryptocurrency series, I keep seeing an ad where a man is trying to convince me to buy not so popular coins. And I see that kind of ad and I'm like, no sorry, Bob, you're not gonna get me. But yeah, true. So going back to what Tolu Lopez said, you have to watch the market very, very well. You have to study it. As a newbie, there's a lot of studying for you to do. There's a lot of work for you to do. Not just studying and all that. You start out with a little bit of money, not so much, so that if you lose it, you won't go crazy. You start out with a little bit of money and you test the platforms, you test the waters, you experiment, you pay attention to what's going on, you look at the news to understand the things that affect cryptocurrency, the things that affect trading, and you train yourself, you develop yourself. Okay, think about that skill that you now do very, very well, that you were not good at some years ago, you were not good at some weeks ago, some months ago, but now you're doing it really, really well. I believe that when you start trading and you start being as vigilant as you can be, and start paying attention to the things you need to pay attention to, I believe that you develop skills. For most of us watching this, I believe that you know how to drive. Yeah, consistency, Nike. Yeah, consistency is also a thing. Sometimes you might get tired. You might feel like, what am I even doing with this thing? But it pays off. Consistency pays off. And like I was saying, you develop skills along the way. It's like driving. Okay, if you're watching this and you're online right now and you know how to drive, you understand that initially driving is very, very tedious. Okay, it's something that you might want to tell yourself. You can imagine the first day you drove. I don't know about you, but the first day I drove, I said, I'm never doing this again in my life. I said, I'm never doing this again in my life. Everything was just so crazy. But driving is something that you have to learn. A lot of people, more than half of the population has to learn how to drive, And it took a while. It took a long while. But I started getting the hang of it. When I saw people drive so effortlessly, they change gears, they turn, they do all these things, and they do it without thinking. They just do it and they get it right. Then I used to wonder, how are they doing it? But you see, like Nike said, consistency, like Tolu Lopez said, studying and watching the market. By doing these things and pushing yourself in, you become more consistent, and the skills, you begin to develop the skills you need. Very soon, you begin to identify when the market is about to change, when something is about to happen, that Peter Blessing is okay. It's okay. At least you're here. We have you here. Glad to have you here, whether you came late or not. Good to have you here. So yeah, so you develop the skills moving in, and then you begin to trade like the professionals. I remember when I learned how to drive, I used to always park the car by the side of the road whenever I saw a lorry coming. If I saw a lorry coming, whether in front of me or behind me, I never joke with it. I would just park my car. I just stay by the side of the road, let the lorry pass, let the truck pass, and then I would get back on the road and start driving. That's what I used to do, because I was scared. But today, if I see a lorry coming, I know exactly how to navigate. In fact, I know how to overtake a lorry if I wanted to. You see, what am I trying to say? When you start out in trading cryptocurrency, there are lots of skills you may not have yet. With all the risks that I've talked about today, it might seem questionable as to why are people even doing this with all of these possibilities. But you see, the people who are doing it and achieving great things from trading cryptocurrency are people who have developed certain skill sets over time. And that's a skill set you can also develop if you start, getting into the market. But get into it with some sense, be careful about it, and caution. Like Junior says, like Telema says, caution. Okay? So it's been glad having you on this particular live show. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being part of everything from Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to be here on next Tuesday, 6 p.m. and we're going to be diving a little more into the cryptocurrency trading platform. You can invite anybody who might be interested in the topics we're talking about. We're talking about cryptocurrency at least for the next few weeks. I'm very sure that for the next 3 weeks, for the entire month of April, we're talking cryptocurrency. Okay, so at the end of the month, you should have good enough information to know if you want to start trading or not. Like I have said, like Junior said in the chat, caution. Okay, you start with being cautious, and you develop the skill set that you need, and you find that you'll be able to. In fact, you'll be trading for some people at some point in time. You'll be telling somebody, give me 100K, let me trade for you. Give me this, let me trade for you. And you might actually be at a place where you can start your own agency where people give you money and you trade for them. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Let your Saturday be excellent. Tomorrow is Saturday. I almost want to ask what you're going to be doing on Saturday, how you're going to be spending the time. Okay, Mercy has a question. Go ahead, Mercy. Mercy White has a question. So let's be gisting about your Saturday as Mercy gets ready to give us her question. So what are you going to be doing on Saturday? Tomorrow is Saturday, is the weekend. Some people are going to chill from work. Today is, thank God, it's Friday. I'm glad that you're here with me on Friday. But I know that for some of you, immediately after this live, you are going to do, thank God it's Friday. So Mercy finally asked a question. Okay, can you throw more light on hiring a professional? Okay. Hiring a professional. So Mercy is asking that I throw more light on hiring a professional to trade for you. Now, there are professional cryptocurrency traders. Okay, there are welcome Ebue here, Sosa. Nice to have you aboard. So there are professional cryptocurrency traders. All right, the person could be an individual or the person could have an agency. So you now that does not so Junior is answering you in the chat, but let me just throw more light on it. You now wanting to get into cryptocurrency trading and you don't understand a lot of things about it. You don't have all the information you need to have about it. You don't have the skill set you need. You can meet a professional, give him your money, and ask him to trade for you. Okay? Okay? So that's the professional. And the professional crypto trader is somebody that has been doing it for years, somebody that has developed the skill set I was talking about, somebody that knows what the ins and the outs is and how it is. So if you find an honest one, they will actually trade for you honestly and give you profits. They will give you your profits. Of course, you will give them their fee. So if I'm a professional cryptocurrency trader and you want to hire me to trade for you, I could tell you my fee is 50,000 naira flat, no matter how much you want to bring. Or I could tell you my fee is 10% of whatever profits you make. Whatever I give you as my fee is my fee. I'm going to take my fee. Okay? And then I'll take your money, whether you're giving me 500k, you're giving me 1 million naira, whatever it is you give me, I trade for you. Now, of course, I'm definitely going to be an honest trader. So I'll tell you the truth about what's going on in the market and about what's happening with your money. So, but then of course, like Junior said, was it Junior? Yes. Okay, like Junior said that the fake ones will cheat you. So there are the fake ones out there that can actually cheat you. So if you're looking for a professional to trade for you, you have to investigate to find out if they are real or fake. Most of the time, it's by referrals that you use to know the ones that are working. Like for me, I know 2 people who have been trading with a particular platform and it's been working. Okay, so if I wanted to give a professional, I would go and meet that my friend and say, hey bro, I have this 100k, I have this 150k, I know that you have been. So now it's going to be a question of whether I can trust my friend. Yeah, because the platform he's trading on is doing well and all of that. So yeah, that's good and well. I think we've come to the end of today's live. I don't think anybody has any more questions. If you have any questions, you can ask. You can ask next week. Okay, if you have, because time has already gone a lot. If you have any question about cryptocurrency or whatever, next week when we come on live, when you come on board, you can just ask in the chat. I'm going to see it and I'm going to note it and I'm going to address it. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in. Have a lovely weekend. It's time for your Thank God It's Friday. Go and have your Thank God It's Friday celebration. Tomorrow is Saturday. Go and chill. Do whatever you do on Saturday. I personally will be going to the gym. I'm going to work out tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. I haven't worked out in about 2 weeks. How am I telling you my business? All right, thanks so much. Good to have everybody on board. And until next time, remember, your dream is possible.